It's the big button.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm really just going to repeat what I said on Monday night as well at the public meeting, and that's regarding the particular residence home of Newman Court, which I understand is a new extra care housing. I actually spoke to the manager there. I explained I didn't try and hide anything. I said who I was and why I was phoning, and that I was concerned that my elderly mother-in-law, who doesn't have dementia actually, she's physically frail, what in her opinion was it going to be suitable for very physically frail and dementia people, and she said no, in her opinion it wasn't, and it transpires that an awful lot of them are left for hours alone, because they have their own key, own front door, and very much the emphasis is on independent living, which is great for some people, but the majority of people from Deeside do have dementia and it is not suitable. And she also said a lot of them have catheters and they too are left alone for hours on end. They may have 15 minutes in the morning, help 15 minutes at lunchtime, 15 minutes in the evening, but apart from that, very much left to their own devices. And I said, what happens if they sort of wander around in the vestibule or something like that? She said, or even worse, go outside. And she said, unfortunately, we're not allowed to touch them, which is a great concern because the majority of people there do not even know what day of the week it is, let alone be able to remember to take a key. So that is a really, really big concern of mine. I just wonder, especially Peter Rush, who happened to champion the extra care. And don't get me wrong, I do think it's a great idea for some people, but certainly not for the residents of Deeside. So if I could just perhaps have your thoughts on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have to come back.
Hello everyone. Now, I listened to the three speakers who introduced this. What they said was very, very interesting and very good, and I think they actually believed it. But you know, I'm 75 and I'll soon be 76, and I have no desire to go into a care home. And the majority of people who go into care homes have no desire to be there. So all this about whether leaving it to later or leaving it to this, and they want this choice and they want that choice, it's nonsense. Now, let's look at the sale of Deeside. It's not a large chunk of land. You're not going to make a lot of money out of selling it, and the idea that you're going to have a windfall and be able to build other residential places and give better choice, it's nonsense. Give me the statistics, as someone said. Where are the figures? Give me those. Contradict me. Now, as far as Deeside is concerned, it has to be closed down because it's not got any ensuite rooms. Well, there's a way I could agree with this. If indeed the hygiene of the residents is being ignored, if the hygiene of the residents is so bad that we need ensuite care, then close the home. But I can tell you, and I've visited that home for 10 years, the hygiene is a very high standard. So don't put this forward, oh, they're not up to date, as a reason for closing that home. The other point was, I mentioned the word last week about institutionalisation. Now, I didn't want to offend anybody at another home, but there is a rule here. The smaller the unit, then the better the personal care. And the larger the unit, the less is the personal care. And there was a lady here a minute ago speaking about that. You see, the thing about Deeside, it's built for purpose. The manager in her office is not more than 1 minute away from any resident. And because it's small and compact, the staff are always close to the residents. That's why the people are here tonight. That small compactness, that smallness, gives them confidence that their elderly parent will be looked after. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever for closing Deeside. Thank you very much.